Well, hello once again, farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose. Well, welcome back to Manchester as we continue on with our farming, and today we are going to be doing a little spraying. We're on day 2 of our planting, and if you caught the live stream on Saturday or on Friday, you know that we worked the BGA for a bit and shoveled a little bit of money into the coffer. We're up to 1.6 million, and we have a full bunker sitting there ready to be worked as well. So we're getting pretty close to our 1.8 that we need. We really need a little bit more than that because we're going to end up buying a little bit of machinery as well. But we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good being there at 1.6. So what are we going to do today? It's 2:45 in the afternoon. I need to do a little bit of spraying in the fields to get some weed preventative in to keep our fields good and clean. So that's what we're going to work on first part of this video, and then we'll just kind of see where things are at and go from there. Quick apology to everybody for Saturday night. I had a little issue where wasn't feeling real good, and if you were watching the live stream, you'll know that like 30 minutes into it, I had to give up on it. I felt really bad going into it. Have had like a hay fever issue that's been bothering me, and what it does is it irritates my eyes to where they weep, and it causes my eyelids to get really sore, really tender, and I can't hardly even keep my eyes open because of it. And went to the doctor, saw a doctor about it, and they gave me a little bit of medicine, and it hasn't really helped out that much. But it seems to be getting better. And yesterday, I ended the live broadcast and went straight to bed. I didn't do anything else. I got a cold compress and put it on my eye. Took some medicine, went to sleep, and got up and did a couple of things yesterday. Went right back to bed. So hopefully that's going to help out. Lots of rest and just get over this, and then hopefully that will help me get back into the swing of things because we got a lot planned moving forward. So I do intend on getting some stuff done. Alright, get that out to where it goes. We got our program selected for this particular field, which is field number 4. I guess I need to actually make sure that it loaded the GPS in. There it is. It's right in front of me. If it was a snake, it would bite me. Oh, but you know what? I pulled away from the barrels and didn't even select what I needed to spray. We're actually not spraying fertilizer. We are spraying herbicide today. So I need to switch it over to AA. Seeing as all of our fields do have corn in them, our herbicide of choice will be the AA. As A will kill weeds and any type of cereals like wheat, barley, oats. That's A. B kills corn, canola, and weeds, and a few other little things. C kills sugar beets, potatoes, soybeans, stuff in that general nature. So as far as we are concerned, we need to be avoiding B because B will kill off our corn. So what we want is a double dose of A. That's what we want right there. And that's what we'll be spraying today. And we'll head back over to the field. So anyways, hopefully I'm feeling better. I'm going to take it easy today as well. I've got some things to do around the house that we'll work on. I'm going to get a couple of videos done today and just take it easy. And then hopefully by tomorrow I'm in good shape. Hopefully my eyes are good. I'm going to go see the doctor again today and make sure that we get all this stuff straightened out, because that's the one thing that'll knock me out, is if I can't see. I just, it irritates me so much, and it's like trying to avoid rubbing your eye, to irritate it even further. It's something I have a hard time with, so I can deal with soreness and pain usually, but when my eyes are just constantly draining and hurting all the time, I'm just miserable. So, and it happens to me, like I said, it happens to me this type of year. I can remember back now 3-4 years it's been happening this time of year every year, so I don't know what it is. But anyways, alright, let's get some spraying going. Looks like everything is lined up and ready to go, so I'll go ahead and get the sprayer turned on, get speed, and get rolling across this field here. Alright, I want to talk a little bit about the giveaways that are planned for this month. I did bring it up both Thursday and Friday about giveaways. We'll probably start December the 1st with the giveaways. The rules on it are going to be pretty simple. I'll tell you what I'm giving away. All of the games will be games that are available through Steam. So if you do not have Steam, you will not be able to qualify for a contest or to win a prize. They are all going to be PC games. There are not going to be any console games. For all the people that ask me about console, play on console, all this other stuff, I don't play on console, so none of the games I give away are going to be used on a console. So keep that in mind. As I'm doing this. Again, this is just something that I want to do to give back to you guys for supporting the channel as a way of me saying thanks. So I went in, I picked up some copies of things that you might not have for Farm Sim. The IT Runner. For example, I didn't even have the IT Runner until I started buying copies of it and realized, you don't even have a copy of this. You might want to add it onto your inventory. So, the JCB pack, the gold pack, even the New Holland Forager. Some of you guys may not have purchased that, so I've got those. I have a couple of copies of Farm Sim to give away, as well as I've gone in and since there is some interest in the Hunter, I've gone in and purchased some memberships to the Hunter, some like 3-month memberships. So if you want to play the Hunter and see what it's all about, you can take advantage of that. So I've got some 3-month memberships to the Hunter to give away as well. So that's what I'll be giving away. Again, all this is through Steam. So thing number one, you've got to have Steam. You've got to be on PC. And only one prize per person during the month of December. So if you win like something on day 1, you won't be able to win something on day 20. And in the beginning, I'll probably do like a little grab bag thing where it'll be like, I'll pick a winner and you can tell me what you want. And then towards the end, as the prizes narrow down, it'll be a prize specific thing. The giveaways will probably be, for the most part, randomized to where when I do decide to give them away, you'll enter. I'll give you a couple of minutes to enter into the giveaway drawing, and then we'll assign each person a number, basically on how you entered in. Each person will get a number value, and then the random number generator will pick out a number, and that'll tell me who the winner is. I mean, we may do some other fun little contests along the way, but that's it. Just gonna keep it pretty simple, and just give away a few things that, again, it's stuff that you might not already have for Farm Sim or other games. Little DLC packs here and there. Bought a couple of little things for Euro Truck as well, and to give away. You know, like the cab essentials pack or whatever, you know, to put the little things in the cab of your truck. Stuff like that. Ian talked me into buying that the other day. He's like, oh, you ought to get that. Again, that's not something I would normally have on my game, but he convinced me to go get it since it was only a few bucks. But yeah, that's my game plan, is just to do a few giveaways, and I'll do a couple of giveaways also in video for those who don't catch the live streams, because I know that'll be the next thing is people are like, well, I can't get to the live streams. Well, I understand that, and we'll just probably do one on a video where I'll say something like, in a video, I'll say something to the sense of, in the comments below, if you want to enter in the contest for a copy of this, you know, comment in the comment section. I'll give you something specific to say, and then I'll just take those in the order that they're posted. I will write them all down on a piece of paper, put a number out next to them, and then let the random number generator pick the number, and whoever's name is next to that number will win the prize. It'll be that simple. So, nothing major here with it. So, unfortunately, YouTube is not far enough along with their system to where I could have it all done live in a live stream. They don't necessarily have all the little add-ons that give you the ability to do it right in the chat, which is nice if you have that stuff. But since we don't, I just have to come up with creative ways to do it. So anyways, if you don't win, don't get mad. There'll be other things to give away at some point. Alright, we gotta go recharge this thing, because we didn't quite get the field done. And then we'll move on. But anyways, I'll probably start with the giveaways December the 1st. And we'll go from there. So, I've got a bunch of little things, some bigger things, nothing major. Like I said, it's just taking advantage of some of the sales and getting some of the things that you might want for yourself but don't necessarily have the funds to pick up or whatever. And you know, all I ask is that you know, if there's not something that you want, just don't enter the contest, you know. Just be honest about it. Let's try to pass these on to people who actually would use them, you know. If you have, you know, if you already have a copy of something, don't ask for it if you're not going to use it. I think that should go without saying, but believe it or not, there are people in this world who are just greedy. They want, and it doesn't matter whether they need it or not. Alright, we'll run this up here real quick, dump it, and get the rest of this sprayed. We'll head over to our other fields and finish them up. Oh, jeez, I almost did it again. Almost did it. I just happened to look over and see that it wasn't fertilizer, that it was fertilizer and not weed preventative. I would have messed this corner up. Wouldn't have been good, would it? Alright. head over here and drop that off. Anyways, hope everybody had a good weekend. We, as I announced on, I guess it was Friday I announced it. I do have the cap off of my internet, which means I am going to start live streaming quite a bit more. That way we can do a little bit more interaction. I haven't figured out times and such, though we had a really great live stream Friday. And a lot of people that aren't normally able to make the stream were able to join us, and that was really cool. And hopefully we can do more stuff like that now, with the cap off. Just working on figuring out a time that's best suited for everybody, to do a little bit here and there, and also to keep my sanity, because I don't want to rope myself into like live streaming all hours of the day. I know there are people out there that go for 8 hours a day, and they start at 10 o'clock in the morning their time, and go away until after 5 or 6, and I can't do that. That's not going to be me. I got things I got to do, but at the same time I do want to try and do some stuff earlier for me that will work for some of the folks over in Europe, as well as keep my schedule that I've been doing for the people in the States. So finding a balance between the two of them will be tricky, but I will figure something out. And we'll get it all together and make it happen. Alright. So that is now done. I don't think the brakes even work on this thing. It doesn't seem to really work that much. Alright, head down the edge here. Make our way back over to field number 7, and we'll start spraying that one. I don't think we need to top off. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully I can get it all done from over here. Alright. We get all this dialed in so we can get this sprayed. So we need to be field number 27 is really what I want, because I'm going to start on this side instead of starting on the other side. So we'll bring up 27. And we will turn into this. There we go. Alright, pull our booms out and we will be ready to spray. Get all this taken care of today. And looking at the fields, they look pretty good. The moisture level's about right. The nitrogen and the pK are high right now, but again, we'll use a nitrogen value every day. We'll use 2 pK values, so we should be pretty close on everything. So I'm pretty happy with where everything's at right now. If we have to, we'll come back and spray a little bit more NPK on the field, or whatever we need to spray to get everything right. But I think we're pretty close. It's not going to be perfect every time because it's hard to adjust everything to get it right. And while the pH looks a little bit high, just the fact that I'm putting this on right now is going to take away 2 values of it, so it'll be down to 7 by tomorrow. So this field's looking really good as well. Even if our, if our nitrogen's 4 and our pK's 3, I'm still happy. It'll get cleared up and everything will look real good when we're done. So I'm pretty happy where the numbers are at right now. Alright. And we'll go ahead and work our way around this field. As far as gameplay goes, and video content, with me being able to live stream a little bit more, I think I'm going to mix it up a little bit, but still keep Farm Sim as the priority. I still love Farm Sim, love playing Farm Sim. You guys seem to really love Farm Sim. It seems to be where my biggest audience is at, is Farm Sim. So we'll still keep the Farm Sim stuff. But I do want to try to, mix it up, keep doing the Fallout stuff. I did pick up a copy of Project Cars over the weekend. I picked up a copy of The Crew over the weekend. And, we did some Hunter the other night on the end of some of the Farm Sim stuff. I've hidden a few, bonus hours of other gameplay. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed that stuff. I wish YouTube, with Twitch, if I stopped streaming if I was doing a stream and after 2 hours I stopped streaming that particular stream and stopped and waited 5 minutes, came back and started again, it would start a whole new stream of a particular game and you could go with a whole new game. YouTube doesn't allow me to do that. So those of you who are questioning how long the archives are, first of all, it's a live stream archive. It says it right there in the title. So if the fact that a video is 5.5 hours long, deal with it. It's YouTube. It's like a VCR or a CD wrong, or a DVD. You can fast forward right through it. You can just click on through. You can find what you want to watch. It's 5.5 hours, so stop beating me up about how long a video is. And if you don't like the fact that the video is long, tough. I'm not going to stop doing long videos. Doing my thing. And I'm turning too late. Alright, so get in here and just give myself a straight line to follow. And I'll follow that and be done with this. But yeah, if I stream for 5.5 hours, I do not have the opportunity to split that up when it goes from the live stream to the archive. I can't do it unless I download it, spend the time to download it, then break it up. When I do that, that means I have to re-render it. So if I take a video that's 3 hours of Farm Sim and got to break that down, that's all the time spent rendering and then reposting it. It's not worth it. Not for me to spend that much time doing a video when all you can do is fast forward it and watch whatever parts of it you want to watch. So if you're not willing to do that, then I really don't care, that's sort of the way I feel about it. Man, I'm getting cynical, aren't I? I got a really nasty email the other day about how much time or how long the video was, and that one just really set me off. The tone of the email was just so unappreciative of, just goes to show me the attitude of a lot of people, you know. If you don't like it, don't watch it, you know. And if you don't appreciate the time and effort that people put in to do this stuff, try it yourself. Knock yourself out. Go start your own channel and figure out what you're going to talk about every day, and do a video series, and you make the videos exactly how long you want to make them, and knock yourself out. You'll find it is a quite time-consuming task. So anyways, videos will stay as long as I make them, and as much as I wish I could separate out on live streams where we change in midstream, as much as I would love to make it to where, like, if I do 3 hours of farm sim, I could stop it right there and then come back with, almost did it again. I'm gonna mess up and spray NPK at some point talking. But again, as much as I wish I could break those into their own separate segments, so that you get just farm sim and just Euro Truck, or just farm sim and then just the Hunter, I can't do it through YouTube. I just can't do it. The way their system is set up, I have to stop live streaming. In order to make it happen, you have to stop live streaming for like 30 minutes to an hour for the system to see the obvious break, and processes the other video. Otherwise, if I only stop for like 5-10 minutes, it just starts recording again and puts it on the tail end of the other one. So it's not meant for you to do segments. So all right, let's go ahead and knock this out. Which is, again, another reason why I sort of want to keep the live streams to 2-3 hours. Keep them just one game. I don't really like the idea of multiple games. But there will be days when I do that. There will be days when I got to figure out how to tag it in the thing. The other thing is I keep having people jump in the system and saying, well, it says you're playing Farm Sim. Why are you playing the Hunter? Because we did 3 hours of Farm Sim and now we're playing the Hunter. Well, I can put it in the title, but the way that gaming network works is you have to specify what game you're playing. And you can put up a thumbnail that says what game you're playing. Well, in the midst of doing that, after 3 hours of Farm Sim, if I go and change the name of the game and I change the name of the thumbnail, YouTube might not update that for 24 hours, 12 hours, 4 hours. You never know. There's no consistency on it. So while I try to keep that stuff updated, it doesn't necessarily update. That's another little problem with trying to do multiple games at one time, is because I have to deal with that part of it as well. So yeah, it's a work in progress. I understand. More people need to understand. So let's see. I can run back through here. It's better to run this way than it is to run up that little bumpy, ruddy road right there next to us. Alright. Comment-wise, other stuff that's going on. Let's see. Somebody wrote about they're downloading mods, and 99% of the time they don't work. And which from the description I got was like you're downloading stuff from American Eagles Modding and somewhere else, and 99% of the time the mods don't work. So my question to you is this: you're putting them in the mods folder, so I'm not even gonna insult you by asking you that one. But are you doing the right thing in the store? Because if you put it in there and you got a map to work, but you didn't get a mod to show up in here, are you making sure that you go to the top here? Now, when you go into the store, mods will not show up in these categories. So if it just says category, your mods will not show up in here. You have to go up to this blue arrow up here and click it twice. First time you click, it goes to the brands. These are the built-in in-game brands. These are not mods included. One more time you click and it'll go to category and it'll say mods at the top. You got to be in here to be able to see your mods. And sometimes there are mods that will not show up in a category in which you think they should show up in. For example, if I go to miscellaneous down here, this trailer, you would think that would show up in the forestry section because it's a forestry section, but it comes into miscellaneous. The Joshkins trailer for hauling out the livestock, it shows up here instead of showing up in tippers, you know. So there are things that will show up over here. The Gale trailer you would think would show up somewhere different. So again, there are things that will show up in miscellaneous that may not show up in the regular category for mods. There are also mods that just won't show up in the category. The only way you can find them is by going into the brands and going by the brand name and finding them by the brand name. So you can go in here, find them, and pull them up by the brand name, and you'll find what you're looking for. So just a question on that, because if you're, like I said, if that high of a percentage aren't working, it leads me to believe that maybe you're not looking in the right place for them. So hopefully that has helped you out, because if you're downloading that many mods and you're installing them and you're getting some, 1% to work, if you're not putting them in the right place, that could be a problem, but I doubt that's it. I'm pretty sure you're probably smart enough to put them in the mods folder. But if you're downloading that much and it's just not working, it could be the fact that you're just not looking in the right place. I can't, for the life of me, think that you would be downloading that many mods that would need that much decompression. Most of the mods that out there don't need to be decompressed. They just need to be pushed over, but some of them do, because they'll contain zips within a zip, but not that many of them do. So I would think your percentage of failure would be lower if that was what you're doing wrong, if that makes any sense. But yeah, if you're like, if you were downloading mods and you were putting them in your mods folder, but they weren't working because you put mods in that needed to be decompressed, because they had, like, let's say you download a particular mod that has three mods that actually make it work, like the international harvesters that I have. That comes down as one pack. I have to unzip the pack and put each tractor in individually so that all of them show up. If I don't unzip that pack and I just put the whole pack in there, it doesn't work. So if that was what you were doing, I would think that your percentage of failure would be lower, like more like 50% or even like 30% failure, because you're not going to run across that many mods that are that way. There's not too many mods that you have to do that with, but you do have to double check. It's a good practice to check anyways, and make sure there's not something in there that you don't want to put in before you put it in there. So with your percentage being high enough, it just makes me think that maybe you're not looking in the right place in the store. So hopefully that helps you out. Let's see, there was another question about downloading this map off American Eagle's modding site. Of course, the issue there was he was trying to download it and it wouldn't let him download the file. That's because you need to create an account, which I think he has gone back and done that since, so that's working. But for those of you who may run into that, if you try to download this map from American Eagle's modding, which the link is in the description of this video, when you go to do that, anything you do on their website, you do have to create an account before you can download anything on there, which absolutely makes no sense to me why they make you do that. It's silly. Because that site needs such high security parameters that you create an account before you download something. It really blows my mind. Let's see. What else? Seems like there was something else. There was a question about doing LSPDFR on console. Can't do it. Sorry. Can't mod the console version. And that is not a mod that is done by the manufacturer, so they're definitely not going to put it in there. What else? I'm just trying to think of comments off the top of my head that were of interest. I think that's about it. Oh, somebody asked me about the trailer that I was using to spray manure the other day. The little Brantner trailer, I guess, is what you're talking about. The little black one with the pipe on it. Nah, because I used a couple of them to spray with. That's the reason I asked. It could have been the Brantner. It could have been the other one, which is the Rosenthaler Krone Insulin. Both of those are Rosenthaler trailers. One is the Brantner trailer, and the other is the Rosenthaler Krone Insulin. Both of those are listed on the list of mods that you'll find in the mod spreadsheet, and they're in the ROS category, so they're right there at the top. They'll be like AAA, ROS. One of them will say like Brantner, the other one will say ROS Insulin. So you can download those on there. Get that lined up right. Hopefully I don't hit this corn house. It's gonna be close. I'm thinking I may hit it. Yep. Wasn't quite wide enough. That should get us right there. Oh well. We didn't get it quite right. I guessed on it. So yeah, if you're talking about that little black one right there that's in the corner, that's the Brantner. The green one is the Krone Insulin. And that Brantner, it's the same as the in-game Brantner. The only difference with it is it has a overloader pipe hooked onto it, which means you can't use it for anything that you couldn't use an auger on. So you can't use it for potatoes and you can't use it for sugar beets, but you pretty much can use it for everything else. Just keep that in mind as well. Alright, field is done, and I guess since I messed that one up, I'll go back through the field just to cut better tram lines in so it knows where I cut it. I'm not necessarily following my saved GPS lines all the time. I mean, I'll follow them for the majority of the path, but where I get up on these little small pieces, I've been kind of cheating and eyeballing it a little bit. And I messed that one up, so to run through here and knock a few things down so I know where I started. Alright. Let's go do field 20. Get our spraying done today. I'm starting to hate spraying. I have to be honest with you. I love the soil mod, but I am starting to get tired of spraying. And I think because it's just, you know, it's probably boring for you guys, you know, and I mean, from a standpoint of me doing it, I could probably automate it, you know, but I don't. But having to do it every day sort of gets boring, especially when there's other things that you want to go do. Like, I'd much rather be in the BGA right now shoveling the silage into the BGA right now and making money. And again, that's something that I could also automate, but at the same time, I don't want to, because I really enjoyed doing the shovel work on Friday when I sat over there and just did 2 hours of shovel work in the BGA. Because, again, you know, having things set up differently now, shovel work before was not nearly as much fun as it is now with the particular setup that I have with the joystick and the steering console. So it's just more realistic now, and it's smooth. That, you know, the action on it is a lot smoother the better I get at it with remembering to shift, you know, from forward to reverse. That's the only thing I have is maybe I need to put that switch on the, you know, steering wheel. I know Recon has his switch to go from forward reverse on his he actually has it on his steering wheel or on his joystick, one of the two. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to change up some switches and put it on my joystick instead of being on my gear shift, though I do sort of like it on the gear shift. Let's see, field 20 is what we need now. There we go. And we'll dial that in so that we get marked up and ready to go. We'll go ahead and extend our boom out. No, we won't, because once again, dumb me, didn't switch from NPK to the herbicide. So we got to run over to the other farm real quick and take care of that. Not real smart today. I've done it on pretty much every field, I do believe. Sometimes I feel like monster trucking these cars with this setup. It wouldn't do it very well, but you still have that height advantage. You want to get right behind them, and they look back in the rearview mirror and all they see is axle. Be right on him. Come on, dude. Thank you. Alrighty. So we'll get our spraying done in today's episode. That'll get us caught up. Tomorrow we'll get over here, tend to this area, make sure that all of the fertilizer and everything is topped off in the lettuce facility. Get that taken care of. And then I will jump over into the BGA and finish getting our monies out of the BGA. We're still on day, like I said, we're still on day 2. And then once we got our monies, we might go ahead and purchase field 1 on day 3 and start working it and getting it ready for a planting, which is going to be pretty cool. I'll admit, I'm sort of excited about getting that big field. Got big plans for it. Big plans for that one. Alrighty, let's get this out here and get started. So we'll be working on that. Wednesday night we'll be back on Sosnovka, and we planted corn on all the fields there, on both of the fields there, and we'll be getting the little small pottinger and doing corn with it. So that ought to be pretty fun. We don't do that very often. To make chaff with that little pull behind, most everybody always uses a crone or something else like that, and don't do it the hard way. But since we are in hard mode and we're trying to save a buck or two, and I'm trying not to rent everything. I know renting is a little bit of a cheat, but you know, it is what it is. I'm curious to see what direction you guys want to take that Sosnovka farm also, because somebody wrote me in about using the animals for Sosnovka mod, which added like fattened chicken on there. It also added the pigs and the beef cattle to it. I think that the buildings are a little more rustic, so it fits in to the Russian style. I'll have to look at it a little bit. But I do want to keep that map a little more, you know, keep that Eastern European feel to it without putting too many crazy mods on it. And again, we are trying to play it in hard mode, so how true do we stick to hard mode? Do we use a bunch of mods like that will enhance the game a little bit, or do we, you know, just play it straight up hard mode? I don't know. I struggle with that one because to me, once you start throwing that stuff in, you change the hard economy, which you know, same thing with the rental mod. I do change the economy a little bit when I use the rental mod, though I'm trying to avoid using the rental mod for anything that would truly change the economy, like tractors, combines, major equipment like that. I did use it the other day to rent a plow, so that I didn't have to use the small plow the whole time, and that's not as much of a convenience for me playing the game. It was more of a convenience for making a video or whatever, because I didn't want to spend so much time plowing that, you know, it was getting so boring, because that's all I would be doing with that little one. So I gave the little one a go in the beginning, but then I want to continue to plow, but I don't want to take up so much time plowing. It's one of those catch-22 things. So I use the rental mod for that, but I don't want to be renting all kinds of equipment and just because that is a little bit of, you know, even played in hard mode is a little bit of a cheat to me. So, alright, we'll run on across here and get one more spray in, and then we'll be done with our spraying. Looking at the numbers on this field, it is a little dry, so we may have to put a little moisture on this field. For the most part, it's in pretty good shape though. Boink. Hit the sign. Alright, let's grab this last little line here as the garbage truck shows up to do its thing today. Alright, we'll get this done and we'll call this an episode. So I didn't do any forestry yesterday. I do intend on doing a little bit today. So I'll get a little bit of forestry done later on. So you guys will probably get a couple of videos today. You'll get definitely Manchester, and then you may get a Rockwood video later on. Just depends on how my day goes. I do have to go see the doctor here in a little bit, so as soon as I get this video done, I'm going to set it up to render, do all of its stuff, and I'm going to go see the doc in a box. And once I get that done, come home and get everything, I'll see how I feel, and I might do a little forestry video. and get that taken care of. Maybe get a screenshot here real quick. And we'll have our spraying done. We'll be ready to move forward with our operations. And like I said, we'll come back in tomorrow's video. We'll work a little bit on the beef cattle area, making sure that all the greenhouses are topped off. Then we'll jump over to the BGA and finish up all that shovel work that I got to get done. I'll get that taken care of, and we'll see how much money we end up with. Hopefully we end up with somewhere around, let's say 2.5 million would be nice. If we end up with, 2.4, that's not going to hurt us. But we'll end up with enough money certainly to purchase field 1. And that might be where we head. We might go ahead and get it. And I'll get 2 or 3 plows set up and into our field here and start plowing. So pretty soon this will be ours. And we will be putting a hurting on it. I think once you buy that field, you're pretty much set. I mean, you think about it, you could plant that whole field in corn, harvest the corn out of it, put it over it. You put like a third of that into your grain silos, and you put the other 2/3 into the BGA, and that would be it. You'd be done. Admittedly, the BGA is a little OP, but you do have to wait 12 hours for it, and then you do have to do all the shovel work, so. But it is a simple way to make cash. Alright. Let's park this guy for the evening. Be done with it. I saw Reaper's pictures over the weekend on his Facebook page. Where he'd been playing with this thing and had the crop guards on it. It looks sweet. He still hasn't gone in though and fixed like the reflector on the side and some of those other little things that drive me nuts. But it was cool with the crop guards on it. I sure wish he would put that version out. At the same time, I wish he'd fix that reflector right there, because that drives me insane. Can't stand that. Alright, so that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of fertilizing. We'll actually putting herbicide on the fields, getting those done. And we will come back tomorrow and resume operations here on the farm. Check out where our levels are on this. We should be good with this thing too, since we got it all topped off. Yeah, we got 100,000 units. Everything's topped off pretty good, so we're in good shape there. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more like it. I do videos pretty much each and every day, and that way you'll get notifications on there. And this week's live stream schedule, I'll sit down tonight and figure up what I think the live streams are going to be like. And I might live stream late tonight if I feel like it. It just depends. The whole Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing really does seem good to me, but I want to figure out a schedule where I try to hit some folks in Europe as well. So anyways, take it easy, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.